I'm so excited. You can tell. But I have see, that's the whole point. It's called makeup. I'm making it up. I think I should have made this fact number 6. Goodness, my thoughts are running like a chain. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. 𝓙𝓪𝔃𝓮𝓻𝓪 here. 𝓙𝓪𝔃𝓮𝓮𝓻𝓪 I have missed you. I have honestly taken a very long time without making a video like this, and I humbly apologize. I know it has been a minute. It has been a minute since I fed this chain of makeup, and I'm so sorry. I apologize. A minute. Oh my god, it's
been a year.
Anywho, I don't know if you realize how excited I am, because as much as I have not posted here on my YouTube a makeup video in a year, I do profoundly do makeup now, a lot more than I used to. So first of all, if you're joining us for the first time, this is 𝓙𝓪𝔃𝓮𝓻𝓪 production by me, and so is the name of the channel, which is about beauty, lifestyle, fashion, and travel. And today we're fulfilling beauty, I guess. We're going to talk about makeup, and like my thumbnail suggests, we're gonna be focusing on this area, eyebrows, baby. I want us to look the way you feel. You get what I mean? So if you're feeling vibrant, why not feel vibrant? If you're feeling glowy on the inside, well, that's a glow. My friends will attest to this. I'm this person, when we're going out, I don't want anybody looking plain, okay? We all gotta show up. That is why they call it a baby for a reason. Without further ado, because I feel like I'm mumbling a lot, we are going to be talking about eyebrows. The person that told me to do eyebrows is my one and only sister. I call her my upper second, and she calls me little big sister, because it's an inside joke. But the whole point is, Howda, thank you so much. You're the best. Mamito. So yeah, my sister taught me how to do eyebrows. The first time I ever attempted, it was her, right? She used to draw them for me till eventually I think she got frustrated, and then I also got frustrated of having it done for me. I wanted to learn. I remember it was standing in front of a mirror in the hallway at home, and then she was like, okay, so you do like this, do like that, and I practiced, and I guarantee you it took me exactly 7 days to get it down. That is why I'm telling you, if you watch this video every day for 7 days, and those 7 days end when you're still where you started, child. Anyway, I'm just saying, eyebrows take practice, just like any other part of makeup. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So every time I did my eyebrows, I noticed like, okay, today they're not whatever, today they're not this. Even right now, to some people, you might look at my eyebrows and you feel like you do not like the way I look, but for me, I do, right? I do not like the eyebrow that's really like dramatically showing like, yes, it's drawn or whatever. And I know right now this one shows, but it's just there are those people that take it to a whole other level. I'm not for that. I like to stay within, you know, kind of semi-what natural boundaries. When my sister taught me, she used an eyebrow pencil, something like this, normal pencil, like the ones back in the day we used as zip liners, right? And after that, I upgraded and I got a pomade, which was this. And actually the first pomade I ever owned was from actually Maybelline. It's not this particular one, because this is now from their line Tattoo Studio. Though that back in the day, I forget what line it was. I don't even know if it's still there, but it was a Maybelline pomade, and it was good because it lasted ages, years in my makeup person. Let's just say, yeah, I used the heck out of that one till eventually it was like rock solid, and I'm like, okay, I had to discard it. 3 fun facts about makeup. Makeup does expire. How do you know? When you do buy makeup, you will notice that there'll always be I don't know if you're gonna see it, but do you see that can somewhere there? I don't know if this can focus, but yeah, there is a can somewhere in this box. Just look at any of your makeup, any of your stuff, you will notice that there will be that can, and it has in like, it will have either 6M, 8M, 12M, 24M. That is the number of months that the product would stay good for once it has been opened. However, from personal experience, I know they stay longer than that. But then again, I do have sensitive skin, so I try to avoid that and advise you to avoid that as well. Makeup comes in colors for a reason. Try not to do colors that do not belong to your skin, because you're gonna look like Kung Fu Panda's cousin, like I'm always telling people, and nobody wants that. You don't want to look like that, and we don't want to see you looking like that. And when it comes to eyebrows, I particularly avoid using a black pencil to actually draw my eyebrows. Yes, my hair is black. Yes, I do have hair. I know it does not appear like I do under this hijab. Speaking of which, Zahi's haya on the hijab. The color of the hair coming out of your scalp essentially should be the color of your eyebrows. It's just with fashion these days, you know, we've taken a few interesting turns. So we have people dyeing their hair blonde and the eyebrows are dark, you know, and you're like, okay, and it seems to be working. Makeup is just that, makeup. So first of all, I hate it when I wear makeup and be like, oh, you're wearing makeup, oh, I can see it. That's the whole point. It's called makeup. I'm making it up, okay? It's just a little oomph, okay, for you to appreciate what's already going on. So anywho, that's what makeup is. So it is supposed to transform you. Don't wear makeup and be like, oh, I've changed, oh, what? Of course it's gonna change you. It is supposed to do that. Otherwise, just stay away from it. Why bother? Or if not, do it in minimal things, you know, like this is a simple makeup look. Well, for some people it might be overboard. Easy thing, just take away a few things. Take away the eyelashes, you know, maybe reduce the gloss or wear a lighter lipstick. You get what I mean? Just a few little tweaks to your makeup will take it a whole long way. But it is always going to be makeup. It is meant to be makeup, okay? So you'll need to stop looking at people wearing makeup and judging them like, oh, you're wearing makeup. Like, what do you think, I was stupid when I did? You get what I mean? That was the goal. Let's get right into it. I feel like I've talked about a lot of things that were not even part of the video. As you can see, I do draw my eyebrows quite a lot because right now the cover is almost the length of the pencil itself. The pencil that I normally use is Eyebrow. And you can find that at the drugstore. I do get it from Shoppers Drug Mart here in Toronto. And I do use the shade 040 medium brown. Yeah. So when I went to the drugstore the other day, there was no Annabelle. Like, well, the shade was not there. Annabelle was there, of course. And I ended up picking up this pencil, Rimmel London. There isn't just these two things. There's not just eyebrow pencils and pomades. There is like literally brow ink now. Like, you can draw your eyebrows with brow ink, and it is tinted. Like, it's already tinted in color. So if you're somebody that actually has a lot of eyebrow hairs, you literally just shade those hairs with that tint, honey, and you are good to go. Like, done and dusted. There's this little like liner pencils that you use to fill in the tools besides the eyebrow pencil you're gonna use, or the pomade or whatever. You will be needing an eyebrow gel. Some people prefer to put this at the beginning before you draw the eyebrow, and other people prefer to put it afterwards. But I rarely use it. I think I've only used it 3 times on myself. I use it more in my clients because I do not have that much hair. But when somebody does have a lot of hair that flies away and whatnot, you want to go in with this first. Secondly, once you're done drawing your eyebrow, you're definitely going to need concealer in the right shade. Notice that this concealer is a couple shades lighter than my skin, and this one is less lighter. So when you compare the two besides my face, you notice this one's slightly darker. So some people like to use a lighter concealer on the underneath, which I also do recommend, and then you use the darker one at the top. Or better yet, you can still use your foundation at the top to line the eyebrow. Thirdly, you are going to need a concealer brush. This brush, preferably something flat. Notice it. This is it at side angle. I never used to use brushes, and sometimes I still don't. Like, I use a mix of my fingers and my brushes. Honestly, I feel like most of the times when my makeup comes out really nice, I've used my hands. Now that that is out of the way, let's double down on the nitty-gritty. So I have gone ahead and rubbed the eyebrow on the side of my face that I'm covering. You're going to notice something very interesting. Eyebrows do make such a difference to your makeup look. Exactly. I look like an alien. Like I mentioned, you go in with the eyebrow gel. I noticed though, as much as I do not use this frequently, the few times that I did, it did give my eyebrows like a little bit of an extra oomph. Like, I felt like I could see hair, as if, I don't even know if that makes sense. So the gel makes much of a difference for people who have lots of eyebrow hairs. For people like me, you may not see that much of a difference. That's why I never really bother with it. And after actually I use it on my clients, I like to rub it on a tissue like this just to get the makeup off before I insert it into the bottle. It is still a little tinted, but at least it's not as dirty as it would look otherwise. So while that is setting, I've decided that I'm going to be doing a series of makeup. We're going to tackle it step by step, and today is eyebrows. Why did I start with eyebrows, you might be wondering? Because besides the fact that I get a lot of questions about eyebrows, like every time I'm at a party or at a dinner or something, everybody will be like, oh, your eyebrows, oh, your eyebrows. But it is an essential part of makeup. And I have worn just eyebrows and lipstick before, like foundation, eyebrows, lipstick, and went out and people were still complimenting me a lot, like I wore that much makeup, which I did not. So I know for a fact, if you're a beginner, this is definitely friendly. You need to make eyebrows your best friend, because once you get that down, all you need to do is put on a lip gloss, a lipstick on top of your foundation, and you're good to go. This appears like it has set nicely. I am going to go ahead with this pencil. I'm going to show you a trick, okay? The first person I ever saw do this trick was actually James Charles. I personally, I just draw it because alhamdulillah, I have an artistic hand, like I can draw straight lines and stuff like that. But if I end up with the stepsister and then the co-wife here, you don't want that. Of course, we are not looking for CME's dreams. We're just looking for something that is similar. Your eyebrows are always going to look different, right? You just want to bring them as close as possible. This is how you do it. I just brought you guys a little closer so you can, you know, get a close-up of the action. So I do have my mirror to the side. In case you do see me looking there, please bear with me. The first rule apparently is that you align the beginning of your eyebrow with your outer nostril. So as you can see, it does align there. When you put your pencil here and the eyebrow, you just make a little tiny mark. So we know we're going to be starting there. And the beginning of your arch, the arch of your eyebrow, should start, sorry, I need to look straight ahead, should start at the outer edge of your pupil, this black circle inside your eye, okay? Where the arch begins, you notice, is where this circle is. So you do the same on this side. You look straight ahead and try to mark where you want the beginning of your arch to be. Man, these lashes, they're not letting me shine. I always apply these after, so. We want to be marking where the arch will begin, which is somewhere here. Okay. For the outer edge, the outer end, the tail of your eyebrow, you want it to end in alignment to this, at this angle. So we know I should not exceed this part, but my hijab is over there, so we're just gonna extend it a little bit. Yeah, so we know by all means we are not going to be exceeding this part, no matter what. So don't be the people that draw their tails and they're almost meeting their ears. It's ridiculous, okay? Ridiculous. Now, so that is the 3 markers that you would need. The first, the second, and the third, or rather the first, the second, and the third. The way professionals do it, they start to draw, literally fill in the hairs like so. You're going to notice slowly by slowly my eyebrows start to pick up color. You see that? Like they draw hair like strokes. But for a beginner, this is extra. You don't need that. You don't need that surface. So what you're going to do, you're going to follow those markers. You know that you're supposed to begin here. So at the bottom, you'll stretch out the beginning of your eyebrow. Bring it all the way here, okay? And now that I've reached that corner, I know I'm supposed to start dropping. Drop it all the way down. And you're trying to bring it to meet here. And remember, we know you're not going to exceed that dot. So you're going to stay there, okay? Same thing for the top. You're going to start over here, come. And you notice how I'm doing this? Because chances are you're not going to be like the professionals if you're a beginner. You're definitely going to be able to go like zhri, zhri, like Jazz does. You're definitely going to go like chi, 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 and that's okay too. Notice how my eyebrow is looking like it's all over the place, right? First of all, there is no color, and then it looks like the edges are undefined. That is okay. That is what the concealer is for. So right now, you just want to show, you just want color. You want to pick up pigment. So I'm going to be switching back to my pencil that I always use, honestly, because quite frankly, I do not know what these people are doing with this one. I'm sorry, Ramel. Anywho, so we're back to Annabelle. By the way, the fact that my brow pencil is a drugstore, that just shows you how great drugstore makeup can be. Okay, you do not need the professional stuff that are going to cost you $40. I only do that for the worthwhile stuff like foundation, but this it's totally fine to get the cheaper stuff. So this pencil is about actually $8.99 Canadian dollars. So in US that would bring it to probably around 6 or 5 point something. In Europe I'm assuming it would be just 4 pounds. Yeah. So basically this is what we're looking. Do you know why I've done it haphazardly like this? Because I want you to do it like this. And even if I don't want you to do it like this, you're still probably gonna do it like this if you are a beginner, because it is no smooth task learning to draw eyebrows. So you're going to, you know, always fall, but you will definitely get back up, okay? We're here as beginners. We're not here as professionals looking to be, you know. With this concealer brush on the side that I have dipped into the concealer, I am going to go ahead and, okay. So I start on the inner corner and just bring it about there. But notice the immediate difference now. Do you notice that the eyebrow is eyebrowing? It's now coming off my face, right? Like it's creating a 3D moment, if I do say so myself. And you do the same for the top. Now for the top, you can always dip this back into like your foundation or something to give it whatever. But the fact that I've used majority of the product down, I will go ahead and use the top. Now I know when you're watching this, you're going to be like, Jazz is probably doing this wrong, because majority of the videos you watch, people put kilos of concealer in their face and then they have to blend out that stuff. I do not have the time of day for that. But you notice just by the small concealer I put at the top that you can barely even see the eyebrows already eyebrowing, okay? You do not need that much product on your face. That's the other thing. For me to look like this, I try to use as minimal product as possible, but that's because I personally have sensitive skin. I cannot load it with so much makeup because it becomes problematic for me, okay? So I cannot keep that up. That is why I try to do what works for me. If you want to go ahead and maybe later on you've learned the technique, you can go and use that, you know, the tons of concealer that other people do. Just keep in mind one thing: the more concealer you have, the more blending you have to do. Similar for contour, similar for everything else. The more product you put on your face, the more you're going to have to hustle to blend it. And boy, oh boy, is it a hustle to like this. So basically you just want to blend out that concealer. I like to use my hands like I've mentioned. So now I try to see where they end. This one looks a little low. So then I'll just try to pick it up like that. Basically the whole point is you want to play with it until it's somewhere you're liking, right? Now, the ultimate thing that brings my eyebrows home is actually this. After I use my pencil, I turn it to the butt and I use it on the inner corner of my eyebrow, just like that. That's my secret, everybody. I have given it away. Oh my God. Just that. That's it. Now, do you notice it has a natural beginning? And the eyebrow is done. So when I tell people the eyebrow is the easiest part of my makeup for me, they do not believe me, but simply it actually is. The other stuff, God, the other stuff. I don't even know who came up with contouring, because they killed us, okay? And that's pretty much it. And then sometimes I will just go in with a brush, you know, and just do the center of my face or whatever. I don't want to do that because I have already powder here. But the whole point is I'll just try to brush it in and, you know, blend so that they have a natural beginning or natural distance. Yeah, now we're going to try this side with pomade. Okay, so it kind of looks like this. It's a tiny thingy. Actually, even the first one I had was something like this. And that is the bottom. The shade is 380 Dip Brown. It has this part, but looks like a mascara brush, and it has the bottom. This is what you use to pick up the product and put it on your face, and this is what it helps you, you know, let's say if you put too much or whatever and you want to even stuff out or reduce the product here at the beginning, this is your best friend, this end. So take a little bit of product. So with this one, actually the line out, the cutout that I'm going to make will probably be more visible compared to the first eye. So I literally just shape it out. I don't know if you see me. Yeah, I just shape it out like that. And then I do the top. I always start with the bottom because for me it's not only easier, but you want the bottom to be darker, right? To be darker than the top. And of course my eyebrows after this are going to have a different shade because these are two different shades naturally. Just like that. And that's it. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but among the many products that there is actually powder. Yes, there's eyebrow powder. And it is a very common thing I've realized in the UK. People do use powders a lot to draw their eyebrows. I tried finding a powder in the drugstore. It was not there. The other options I had were kind of far from me. And honestly, I postponed this video long enough. I was like, you know what? My beginner friends don't even need that. All they need is the basics. I have purposefully drawn this, like poorly, big, bold. It's like, it is jumping off my face, okay? So you notice they're not symmetrical, they're not the same shape, they're just in a world of their own. Let me show you the power of concealer, okay? Just watch and learn. You want to start at the bottom and just go like, so you just go like that, lining it out, okay? And then you want to do the same for the top. So I'm going to switch to this other side. I like the way I hold it. I like to, you know, do it like that. There are people who just do it like this. Honestly, whatever rocks your boat, do that, okay? So you just hold it the way you feel most comfortable. I hold my pencil, somebody told me once, like paint brushes. Just like that. There we go. Now, the reason I do not start exactly like coming down on it, I just keep reducing it. You know, you reduce and then you look at the other one. You're like, okay, I'm not yet there. You just go ahead and continue to do that. You get what I mean? I keep comparing it to the other one and bringing it down. Nice and slow and easy. Less is always more with concealer, guys. The less you start with, the easy and more control you have. The easier and more control you have. If you go all in, guns blazing, honey, good luck with that. But now notice how they're coming closer together. They're almost looking the same, that the shade does not even look different. So then we just finishing it up. Well, now you know why I always do voiceovers for these makeup videos, because honestly I talk a lot and I love the sound of my voice. So yeah, I never want to stop. And I feel like there's so much I'd say, but when I do a voiceover, I pick out what's important, what I feel like you guys need to know. That's it. That is the finished product. We have pomade on the side and we have the infamous eyebrow pencil on this side. You notice the eyebrow pencil is more my skin tone, and then this one is more, I think, on the grayish side. I feel like they both turned out okay, honestly. And you do see a couple of my hairs here. That is what the spoolie is for. You can just bring it in, rein it in, tell it to behave, okay? What do I prefer in all the things I've ever used to draw my eyebrows? I like the eyebrow pencil. I'm yet to try the powder. Honestly, I won't lie to you. I have not tried it. I'm curious how that works and all that, because I've seen videos on it. I want to try it sometime. If I do, I will definitely post it on my Instagram makeup channel, Makeup by 𝓙𝓪𝔃𝓮𝓮𝓻, and probably I'll share a reel here. I'll share a short here. I'm trying to see if I'm going to be doing more shorts. We'll see about that. When you're watching this tutorial, or if you're doing this while you're doing your eyebrows, don't try to shape your eyebrows like mine. Follow the shape of your eyebrows. Why? Because we all have a different shape. Everybody got their own thing going on. It doesn't matter even if you're siblings or you're twins. Even with my siblings, my sisters, we all have different shapes of eyebrows. Before I let you go, I just had one quick announcement to make. I do have a professional makeup channel right now, which is Makeup by 𝓙𝓪𝓃𝓮𝓮𝓻. Yours truly. Please do check it out. Do not forget to follow that Instagram page, and yeah, contact me. Let me do your makeup, okay? Let's glow together. Otherwise, thank you for coming to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've learned a thing or two. If you have not subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please do subscribe below. Do not forget to like this video, leave a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And also comment the videos you want to see about makeup, the next things you want me to, you know, show you guys to do, especially my chicas out there that want to, you know, get this makeup thing down so that sigwe musiwuvu wapate. Otherwise, I love you so much for watching.